guys, and welcome to the Sheff Wednesday vs Sunderland match preview. And of course, this is the preview to the second leg in the playoff semi-final of League One. Of course, we're currently a goal to the good. We have a goal advantage, but is that going to be enough to go to Hillsborough with? I don't know. I'm not too sure. But it's going to be a really, really nervy one. That is for certain as well. But we'll just quickly nip on to the other night. Of course, I did the live stream and it was absolutely immense. It really was. I want to just thank you all again. You know, there was donations and of course the likes and the new subscribers and just a general interaction between me and you guys. It's just amazing. We have such a laugh. We have such a good laugh. Loads of banter. Half the time we're not even talking about the game because we end up going off topic, but we have such a laugh about it. And of course, we all just have, just a great time. So I appreciate and thank you to everyone who did join the live stream. That will be the final live stream of the season because for this game coming up, I'm definitely going to be going out for it. Sadly, I couldn't get a ticket to the game, so I'll be in the pub absolutely either celebrating with plenty of alcohol or drowning my sorrows with alcohol. So either way, alcohol's going to be involved and therefore there won't be a review more than likely. Anyway, I might do one the next day, potentially, see how I feel. But I'm not putting putting any pressure on myself to make a video around times like this. It's a big game, but we'll see. But going into this game, how am I feeling? A lot of you guys have been asking me how I'm feeling towards this game. I was left slightly frustrated at the end of the first leg, purely because I think gone 55 minutes, we could have been 3-0 up, possibly 4-0 up. Do you know what I mean? Given the chances we had, we created some brilliant chances, and then every time they come forward, we defended relatively well. Couple of little shaky moments at the back, but generally we defended brilliantly, resolutely. Particularly Bailey Wright and Danny Bart. In that back three, of course, you had Bailey Wright, you had Bart, and then you had Sirkin on the left of the back three. But Bailey Wright for me was man of the match. He won everything in the air. There's a good handful of beautifully timed crunching challenges. Same with Danny Bart. He was not letting Gregory get anywhere near it. Berahino, you'd be forgiven for forgetting he was on the pitch because he had him in his pocket. And we dominated for large periods. Granted, there was particularly in the first half, that there was times where we controlled it, but we didn't really create too much. But then in the second half, we come out and we're creating chance after chance after chance, and we should be absolutely out of sight now at this point, and that's the frustrating thing, as I say. But then the last sort of 20 minutes, we looked like we'd blown a gasket a little bit. We weren't pushing out. The back line, I feel like, we're getting it out, but then they were just sticking and sitting so deep and they weren't pushing out, and we were asking for it, and that's what I despise at that point in the game. We're just sitting back and we're asking for it. And they didn't look threatening, so there was no need to do that. You're asking them to come at us, and in a game like that, you should not be doing that. And we managed to ride our luck a little bit, sort of a bit of pinball around the box a couple of times. They made their own sort of half chance here and there, but we managed to weather the storm for the final 20 minutes. But other than that, if we maintain the same level of performance that we did at the opening 70 minutes, which, it's going to be a completely different game at Hillsborough. A lot of people have said to me, on social media and Twitter, when I've said that I'm a little bit cautious, a bit wary, only taking a 1-goal lead, they're saying, well, what can Sheff Wednesday offer? They threw everything at us at the Stadium Light and they didn't look great, and I don't think that's true. At Hillsborough, they have a brilliant record there, they have their own crowd behind us. I'm sure Alex Neil will have them absolutely prepped, really, really well rehearsed and prepped, the lads, I'm sure. But they're going to be a different beast there. Once you've got your own side, I think we'll have to probably weather an early storm ourselves, because they're going to be right up there. Their adrenaline's going to be pumping. They have the class, they have the quality to hurt us. But if we can minimalise it, as we did at the Stadium Light, I can see us going through, not easily, but But if we just stay that solid as we did at the back, I think we'll get chances at the other end, because they have to come out. They have absolutely no option but to come out and attack us. And I think on the counter, as we saw with Ross Stewart's goal, if we press them enough, we will get chances. So it's going to be a really, really difficult one, really difficult, and I'm shitting myself, I won't lie. But I'll go into my preferred 11 for this game. I'll give you a little chat and a little walk through it. So this is the lineup I've gone with. We've got Patterson in goal. We've got the same back three of Sirkin at Bart and Wright. A couple of times Sirkin looks a little bit dodgy, but I do prefer him there than anyone else who we have available at the moment. Maybe you could put Doyle there, but I feel like Sirkin's just getting to grips with that back three. Bart, of course, it was an absolute, it was a mammoth at the back there, along with Bailey Wright, was an absolute warrior. But now this will have changed things a little bit. In the middle, O'Nien, Evans and Embleton. O'Nien for me, although, on the ball, he wasn't fantastic against Sheff Wed. But what he did do, he was sticking to Bannon like glue. Again, it's another player who you'd be forgiven if you forgot he was on the pitch for this first 70 minutes. Bannon, Luke O'Nien was sticking to him like glue, wasn't letting him get a word in or an influence on the game at all for the majority. And within the first couple of minutes, he really laid one on Bannon, like a really harsh challenge. It was somewhat, I think the ref gave a free kick actually, but I thought it was actually a clean challenge. He got the ball first, but he did really hit him hard. And for the first half, he barely seen it. He barely seen the ball at all, Bannon. So if you just jump in quickly, and O'Nien's good at doing that, particularly early doors. If you lay one on early doors, you can really put a player off the game. So O'Nien is going to stick there with me. Evans, I think, has been fantastic. He orchestrated a lot. Positive, keeping all the ball, keeping the flow going, really, really well in there as a captain. I've started to come to terms with the fact that I think, he's doing all right at the moment, Evans. So my mind is slowly moving on Corey Evans. Embleton now in the middle. Again, I'm saying every single preview and review and during live streams, Embleton for me is so much better from the centre. And I think, given that we only have this slim one-goal lead, get another body in the middle, Embleton, he doesn't shy away from a challenge either. But on the counter, to have someone like that to start an attack from the middle and get us forward, and we know how good his quality is as well, Embleton, get him in the middle. Crowd him out. Don't let him piss around with it with Bannon. You've got three bodies in the middle there. Could all affect the game in one way or another. Evans can keep the game flowing. He can pick it up from the back and start an attack from there. O'Nien can do the dirty work. Granted, he isn't great technically, but he did a job on the last time out against Sheff Wednesday in the first leg. Embleton, he needs to start. For me, he could score. The thing is with Embleton, which must be so frigging frustrating for him, he could score 3 hat-tricks in 3 games and still find himself on the bench. He's always getting dropped for some reason or another. I feel like managers and coaches really struggle to find his best position. For me, it's central midfield every day of the week. Now, on the right-hand side, Gooch, he absolutely does a job as well on the right-hand side. He's sort of untouchable on that side at the moment. Roberts on the left-hand side. Now, Clark, I've dropped him because he was absolutely abysmal the other night. Every time he got the ball, he was losing it, or he was taking so long to pass the ball when the obvious pass was on. And he seems to be sticking with him, though, Neil. Don't get me wrong, I think there's ability there, but it's kind of wasteful. He hides away for a lot. He's really, really soft. He falls over the ball and give it away a lot, and he was putting so much pressure on Sirkin. Roberts, on the other hand, was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. He was the most dangerous player on the pitch. He got brought off towards the latter stages because we started to defend a little bit. And how Clark remained on the pitch, I don't know. Maybe we're trying to protect Roberts, but he was really up for it. It's so many times he dragged us up the pitch. He was just taking on Sheff Wednesday players for fun at times, and he was causing problems. The only thing there is, of course, he might have to commit defensively, which I'm not saying he can't do, because I think he's actually a lot better positionally in getting back and tracking back than Clark. But you'd like to see Roberts more at the other end, and I wouldn't want him to get too caught up in the defensive side because we want to be able to get forward, of course. But that is what I would do because I just think Clark's been that bad. And now Pritchard, just stick him anywhere, give him a sort of free roaming role in between the middle and the final third. If we're defending for our lives, he can come and join the other 3 in the middle and just really crowd him out. Or when we're on the counter, you've got Roberts on the left, Gooch on the right, and stick right in behind Stewart, of course, Pritchard. And then, of course, as I just briefly mentioned and alluded to, Ross Stewart up top. So that is the lineup I would go with. Of course, if Broadhead is fit, there's rumours he is, maybe start him, but I just feel like whilst we've got the 1-goal advantage and we're not desperate, absolutely desperate. If we're, a goal or 2 down, if Broadhead's fit, you start him because we're desperate. But as of right now, I think this could do us a job and possibly get us to Wembley. Of course, in the comments down below, let me know who you would start. But now for the dreaded score predictions, and this could potentially be, I hope to God it's not, touch wood, this could be my final score prediction of the season. I really hope to God it isn't. I really, really pray to God that it isn't. But my head, I don't know what my heart's saying, I can't tell you, but I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. I think I can just see it being very similar to the Pompey game those years ago in the second leg where it was just really cagey. No one can really get full foot on it. And it's just really, really nerve-wracking. Nail biting. I don't think we'll have any nails left to bite come the end of this game, but I'm going to go for a 0-0, and I think we'll just be defending for our lives in certain pieces. But if they keep going all out and we can defend, they will eventually blow a gasket themselves, and maybe we could take advantage of it. But I'm going to go for a 0-0. Again, in the comments, let me know what you think the score is going to be. But that is it, guys. I shall see you on the other side. I'm absolutely well and truly shitting myself, and if this is the final sort of video of the season, or at least sort of Sunderland related video of the season for the time being, particularly meaning like matches and stuff, then thank you for the support over the season. Will I see you on the other side? Will we be talking about Wembley in the next video? We'll see. But hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, take care and stay jammy.